about this nigga Fleece Johnson, man. Hold on, man. Let's get this nigga on the screen, please. CEO, can we get Fleece Johnson ass on the screen? We want Fleece Johnson ass on the screen. Let's talk about this shit here, man. Hold on 1 second. There he is, man. The man live in the flesh, man. Fleece Johnson, man. Listen. Of course, we got some jokes coming up here, but man, we gonna talk some real shit, man. Brother got locked up in 1970 something. He just got out in Fleece Johnson just got out in last year, a year before last. I don't know, man. I don't know exactly. I don't know exactly when he got out, but listen, this is what I'm telling y'all about prison and about the penitentiary, right? Not only did it take his best years from him, not only did it transform this man into a regular black kid, he went in there as a kid, just like I did. You know what I'm saying? I went in at 17. He went in as a kid, and he spent all his life in there. And spending all his life in there, it transformed this man, right? This black boy who could have been anything in this world, pilot. He could have been father, he could have been anything in this world that he wanted to be, right? But it transformed him into a booty warrior. Listen to what I'm telling you. This shit done transformed him into a booty warrior. You know what I'm saying? And here we are being entertained by this man's destruction, right? And I'm not saying it's good. I ain't saying it's bad. Like, hey, man, he had the experience. He went through it. So it's only right that he share his experience, right? And he tell you about his experience. But I'm not interested in it, me personally. Yeah, I don't want to hear about you liking ass or ass liking or none of that. I've been to prison, and I don't want to be around niggas that fuck around like that. So it's not entertaining for me, but I do see what other people that don't know or never been through that finds that entertaining. But what I'm saying is, again, we are always entertained by losing. This is what I'm telling you. We are always entertained by losing and misery and grief. This is what entertains us. This is what have us the most interested. Seeing a motherfucker that done lost all his teeth, his morals, his spirituality, physically, see this system chew this nigga up and spit this nigga out, a booty warrior. That shit is entertaining for us, man. And I think that shit's sad. You know what I'm saying? Not only disgusting, I think that shit's sad, but I understand it. But let's get into some old clips of him when he was in prison, right?
We met Fleece Johnson, a longtime inmate who practices a very different kind of homosexuality.
But we have sexual desires, right? So you got a bunch of men locked up in one place. All of them get hard. All of them's horny. All of them got sexual desires. So what are they going to do? If you won't let them have a woman, they going to have each, somebody's going to have to give us some booty. And it's just that simple.
The most memorable story that Fleece told us was about the place and importance that booty has in a maximum security penitentiary. And he went on about it and on about it.
In his prison, booty was more important than food. Booty, a man's butt. It was more, I'm serious. It was more booty, having some booty was more important than drinking water, man. I like booty.
Johnson went on to tell our crew how he used to satisfy his sexual desires, especially during the 1970s and 80s, when he was most active and prison security was more lax.
When I see one, and he looks good to me, when I go see him, I say, you come. I say, I'm telling you what, I like you, and I want you. And We can do it the easy way or the hard way. So the choice is yours, right? And it was always yes.
Johnson also had a warning for the new generation of inmates. They might be asking for trouble from old-timers.
You know, they got this thing where they sag their pants past their butt. It's a style, they call it some sort of gangster style. You know, it's sexy to us, right? And see, but they weren't prepared for this, right? So you sag your pants in her, man, somebody be up in your butt, you know, and it's just that simple.
Johnson even let the lockup crew. But when lockup visited Kentucky State Penitentiary, we met Fleece Johnson, a longtime inmate who practices a very different kind of homosexuality.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know, man. Yeah, so that's Fleece Johnson, right? And they didn't let him out. Now, what I'm saying is this, like I just said previously, man, when you see that shit, man, you're looking at a man that's been destroyed. You're looking at somebody that's been destroyed by the system. This is not no tough guy shit. You're looking at somebody who the system has swallowed and shitted out, right? They swallowed this man and shitted him out. Now, everybody's looking at it and talking about it at work, and it's all good and it's all games. But listen, you're looking at a motherfucker that got killed. You're looking at a shell of a person who's been basically like the movie Tyrone. This nigga done been cloned into being a homosexual. Prison has cloned this nigga into being a fucking homosexual, man. Straight up. And I'm not saying it is wrong. I'm just saying, look at what we looking at. Yeah, like, hey, this is what we looking at. And I'm not saying he shouldn't be telling his stories and he shouldn't be getting no money and people shouldn't be celebrating him. But I'm like, God damn, once again, man, we know how to celebrate losers, man. We know how to celebrate the people that have been victimized. We identify with the victims. Yeah, when we just watched that, when we watched that goddamn Alabama fight, nigga, we was identifying with the winners. We was identifying with them niggas that came through and kicked ass. That's where my energy and my focus always lies, because that's where you can learn the most from. I can't learn nothing from no loser nigga who is gonna goddamn me teach me about how to feel bad or feel better about their position versus my position. I'm at the bottom, man. Fuck that. I gotta be around the winners. But you know, I ain't everybody. You know what I'm saying? I ain't everybody, and everybody ain't me. So for some people, that's their entertainment, man. I'm not entertained by that at all. And I salute him for entertaining people. And that's just what it is. So that leads right into the next topic. We go from Fleece Johnson, right, to somebody coming up here saying that they are goddamn me. Oh, wait, we ain't leaving Fleece Johnson just yet. Fleece Johnson got out. Fleece Johnson is out the penitentiary. Let's see what Fleece Johnson got to say now that he home and he can roam.
Fleece Johnson, you know who I am. And we got a lot to talk about. I ain't in prison no more. I'm on the streets. This is Fleece Johnson. You know who I am. And we got a lot to talk about. I ain't in prison no more. I'm on the streets. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna tell you, you don't want to hear this one. It's better than the first one. Only you. That's right.
That nigga say he ain't in prison no more. That nigga say he ain't in prison no more. He out, nigga. And now that he out, you know what I'm saying? He finna goddamn me tell us what's really happening, what's really went on in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Y'all go over Fleece house so he can tell you a story. And you gonna leave with one to tell. You can take your ass over there. Yeah, go on, run over there and interview Fleece. Yeah. See what he talking about, man.
But they know I'm still standing on business. Real talk.